Everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. This, with me always, is T-Money, King of Puppies. There you go. This time around, we're going to cover 205 Live on March 5th and NXT on March 16th, which was yesterday, because this is a Thursday edition podcast. I was supposed to say that in the other video. I didn't have time to say shout out to our boys, Xavier Hill and Mikey Henry. Descriptions to link to their YouTube page will be in the descriptions down below. And shout out to Renee, Andre, Chris Petrie, Farrell, and Delvin, the other members of the Heavens Monsters podcast. In which case, yeah, let me go to it. This one I'm just going to speed through real quick because I don't know how much storage data I have on my phone left. It would be the tournament to see who would be the number one contender for Buddy Murphy's Cruiserweight Championship at WrestleMania. We would have Humberto Carrero versus Oney Lorcan from NXT, and Oney Lorcan surprises everybody with the win. But we'll see if he can continue on. Considering he had a losing streak, Drake Maverick tries to give Mike Kanellis an actual chance at winning by fighting a local. Both Mike Kanellis, but mainly his wife Maria Kanellis, are very upset that he would say this, even though I'm kind of upset that they don't see where they're standing. You got a woman who's already made a name for herself here in WWE, and her husband's trying to do the same, but it looks like he might not even last that long because he didn't get enough airtime on Raw, let alone he's being on he didn't go to SmackDown, and now he's trying to be on 205 Live to get to gold, and he's on a losing streak. So he could be the guy that doesn't even make a name for himself in WWE. He ends up being the loser that Maria married, in my opinion. Yeah. Although she's not even wrestling either. And I don't care about that. I just had a baby excuse. So did Brie Bella and freaking Maurice. But you see them coming in to wrestle. Although Maurice is not wrestling a lot.
Yeah, but she's mostly the game on public because she's been there longer than the other two you mentioned.
Well, in that match, she had a clear victory, but he attacked him and kept attacking him before the bell rang. And the match, by the referee's order, was no contest. Damn. You had a win, dude. What the hell? After that, dude. Here, you can have your phone back. Dude. Whew, this is classic right here. When it comes to wrestling, when they shout out the brand, they love the brand. They call Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, Lucha, Lucha, Lucha. They talk about Lucha Underground. They got all this. They love the brand. That's what they do. NXT, NXT, ECW, ECW, TNA, TNA, onward and onward. This match had the fans since last WrestleMania. It's been nearly a year since then. The whole crowd was screaming at WrestleMania 34 for the Cruiserweight, saying 205 Live between Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali at the time. Now, in that city, they were screaming for Cedric Alexander and Akira Tozawa, both former Cruiserweight champions. They were tearing it up that bad for the crowd to just scream 205, 205, 205. They loved that match, and I agree. I loved it. It was crazy. But despite all that, it would be Cedric Alexander who gets the win and moves on in the tournament to fight Oney Lorcan. And I think Oney Lorcan's going to lose. I could be wrong, though. Have to wait and see till next week to find out. This is going to be good. We'll be right back with NXT March 6th. And we're back. Okay, so it would be the beginning of the the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic tournament that would lead up to NXT TakeOver New York at WrestleMania, the day before WrestleMania. So look forward to that. Woohoo! I was thinking they were going to do that. Mm-hmm. So first up to bat would be DOI. Wait, no, would it? Ricochet and Aleister Black fighting off against
Marcel, Bartel, and Fabian Achnier.
Achnier?
Yeah.
The Italian group, the Italian tag team, and it would be Ricochet and Aleister Black, since they worked so well together, that they defeated them and move on to the tag team, the Dusty Classic. Next, we have a backstage or little quote saying Dominic Dozovic interrupts training session at the Performance Center, insisting he and Keith Lee finish their issues right there and then. Luckily, that didn't happen. So 2 weeks from now, we will have a match between those two to truly settle who is better, since the match they were in ended in a double countout. And that's pretty good. Also, one little thing in the back, one person was there also, and it was Drew Gulak, who I want to point out was wearing a blue SmackDown t-shirt. Said SmackDown on it. So, besides Mustafa Ali, we might have another Cruiserweight come to SmackDown very soon.
But here's the thing, bro. They don't put Cruiserweights on the show. He probably just wearing it for a reason. Just for a reason. No reason.
We'll see.
They stopped doing that.
Well, where the hell is Mustafa Ali then?
There ain't no Cruiserweights no more. They're not just Cruiserweights no more.
Well, now he can gain some weight, I'll tell you that much.
Mysterio did gain some weight. What you talking about?
No, Mustafa Ali I'm talking about. Rey Mysterio, I know. Yeah. Rey Mysterio, definitely, I know.
He's done with Cruiserweight. He's already done it all. He's been 7 times Cruiserweight.
Next would be the Forgotten Sons against Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Now, those two, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, are said to have a Cinderella story where they're just a couple of guys who tag team together for no reason and liked what they saw and looked to see if they can get on top. Sadly, that is not the case this time, since the Forgotten Sons won that match and will move on in the tournament, the Dusty Classic. Velveteen Dream then comes out to remind everybody that he is the North American champion of NXT. And somebody else interrupts him, and you hear that music. Bro, it's Matt Riddle saying that he is looking to become the next North American champion. And then you have that guy say the spotlight is always on me. And the spotlight is on him, and everything else is dark as hell. You can't even see the commentators. And that's how it ends on that note. So those two, I'm going to enjoy that. One's a massive, skilled, stylish fighter with a purple Rainmaker flying elbow. And the other is a MMA fighter. So he's a grappler. This is going to be good to see. I want to see. Oh, and yes, Velveteen Dream is tall as fuck. So he's got the height advantage. Let's see if that actually means anything to a grappler as good as Matt Riddle's. Mm-hmm. It says here, are you on Team Bro or Team Dream? I'm on Team Bro. I want to see him get the title. He's definitely going to be interesting. We have Mustache Mountain from the UK fighting off against the Street Profits. And the Street Profits are hungry as hell. But the Mustache Mountain team is no slouch. They are no rookies to the tag team. They've been veterans for the tag team division, working together for so long. They know ins and outs and are able to defeat the Street Profits. Sorry, guys. I know I love you. I was hoping for you to win, but nope. You didn't get the win. That sucks. In the back, we have Io Shirai making statements that she is going to beat Bianca Belair, so because she can become the next NXT Women's Champion. No statement on Shayna Baszler. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
On her comment on that. Bianca Belair didn't get a statement on that. It was mostly just Kairi Sane and Io Shirai on how they're going to deal with Bianca Belair. That's going to be interesting. Finally, it would be the official return of DIY between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Coming out separately, and at the last second, before they enter the ring, you see this finger gesture of Ciampa and saying a few words to Johnny, who we couldn't hear, but then we see the music in the background with this hashtag DIY against the Undisputed Era. This is going to be good. And they fought like hell. They're good. This is a good match. Ultimately, the returning DIY, yeah, I said right. Thought I missed a letter. End up getting the victory and putting the last year's winners of the Dusty Classic Undisputed Era out of the tournament on the first round. Oh, you know they're not going to like that. Oh, you know they're not going to like that. They're not going to like that. They're not going to like that at all. But we'll see, because DIY is not what they used to be. They are some tough son of bitches. So we'll see. Anyway, everybody, that's it for this video. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button if you like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heavy Monsters podcast. Thank you all, and I wish you a good night. We'll be, hopefully, we'll do a podcast for definitely for Fastlane, but hopefully we'll do a pre-show podcast to showcase what happened on NXT TakeOver New York. No, wait, that's not until April. Never mind. So we'll just do Fastlane. I already counted my eggs before they hatch. See you then, people. Peace out.